Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your bonus birthday reading. This is for your year ahead. Happy birthday to all my Scorpio subscribers. And if you're new to me, welcome. I hope you double tap that bell so you subscribe and get notified when I upload. This is your year ahead. I realize that Scorpio season starts in October, so I did start with the October here, and this is a stack for every month. I normally, those that are my regulars, thank you for stopping by. You know, I normally pull cards live while I'm recording. This particular reading is what I offer some of my personal clients when they want a year ahead for their birthday, and we pull energies for the entire year from their birthday month and on. So this is a year ahead. I've gone ahead and pulled some oracle cards, and then we'll clarify as we go along, and I will try not to make this too long of a reading, but I really just wanted to give you guys a snapshot of what kind of energy to expect in general and in your love life. We'll pull cards to clarify as we need to. Okay, so let's get started. This is for Scorpios. Happy birthday. Generally for Scorpio suns, because we are celebrating your birthday, and this is your birthday reading. So here we go. The energy for October 2019, we got storm warning. The answer is no. And playfulness. So the energy I get from this for the month of October, I know we're already in November, but I feel that some of you may have gotten into some sort of scuffle, maybe a disagreement, maybe something happened at work, or it was some sort of energy that pretty much caused a ruckus in your life. Home, friendship, family, whatever it may be. And maybe some of you were being a little too playful with money in your relationship. Those of you that are single, maybe you were just fooling around a little bit too much. That may have caused some drama in your life. Others of you within business, you may have felt that at work, in your workplace, or in business life, things were just not what they appeared. You could feel the rumblings of things about to fall apart, and I feel that you had so many ideas to try to save a business, save a relationship, whatever it may be, apply it to your situation, and you kept hitting a wall with this, no, you're not going to do this, no, I can't let you do that, or no. And so at the end of the day, what do? Well, you throw your hands up and then you move on with your life thinking, well, I'm going to do whatever the heck I want to do and be playful here, and I'm going to move on and move forward. I do feel that some of you who have been in the thick of it with whatever drama or issues you may have had leading up to your season, especially with it being Mercury retrograde and all, you may have felt like, you know what, I'm just not going to make any of these big life changes, whether it was signing contracts, getting married, entering or breaking up relationships. You were just kind of going to go with it. You were winging it, and you were just going to do you and just live your best life and be playful. And some of you that have been in the thick of it all, that are just thinking and feeling like, oh my God, I am beyond stressed out. What am I going to do now? I feel that playfulness card is reminding you to come back to reality, get out of that stressful mode, that constant worrisome energy. When you're stuck in that type of energy for far too long, it is very hard for you to enjoy the little things in life, and sometimes enjoying the little things in life is what makes everything worthwhile. Okay, Scorpio? So if you're coming out of that, let's see what the November energy is as we are November 11th. So appreciation came out in reversed, not the right time, and soulmate. So again, with us being in Mercury retrograde right now, you may be dealing with a soulmate energy or soul partner, right? Because we have more than one soulmate. They could be a soul friend, a friend that you just feel you have this kinship with, relative, or it is someone that you've been romantically involved with at some time. There might have been some sort of rift that you're coming out of, right? So you feel the need to communicate with this person because maybe you guys just haven't hashed it out. Things may have ended, whether it was recently or a long time ago. Things may have ended, I don't want to say abruptly, but it led to this ending where all of a sudden it was an ending, and that's not what you had anticipated. And there's this feeling of unfinished business. Although you both may have agreed to disagree or agreed to walk away and move on to a new chapter in your life, you still feel like an attachment to this soulmate partner. Maybe you want to reach out, but at the same time you're feeling, well, they're not going to appreciate me, or this is you not appreciating what you had with them at that moment. And before you can move forward with that energy to reaching out to this soulmate partner, or if you're trying to fix the communication or fix the relationship, it's simply not the right time. Because until you can appreciate someone or the relationship or the value that someone brings or the lessons that brought you to this point, you're not at the right place mentally, emotionally, whatever it may be, to be able to come back to this soulmate partnership. Some of you are with your soulmate. They may be feeling like you're not appreciating them. You may be feeling like they're not appreciating everything that you bring to the table, or maybe you've realized that there are certain situations that have been taken for granted, your part or their part. You really want to say shit about it. Let's be honest. You're ready to say something about it. You really want to, I'm just hearing it. Like you just want to it's like you just have so much to say and you're not saying it, but it's just, as long as you are within that energy, like you really are just at that point of, I want to say anything and everything that hasn't been said, and I'm just going to say it one time and be over and done with, and then let's move on. This isn't the right time. Because if you still have that type of anger, that type of resentment, that type of nobody appreciates everything that I do, everything that I bring to the table, then it's not going to get you in good graces with your soulmate, right? And so as we move into December, well, those of you that didn't listen, may end up separated. Others of you come to a realization that a year from now, I'm really mostly feeling it like a year ago, right? Something happened a year ago that may have caused a separation. So some of you may be separated for about a year or more. It's almost as though it caused a blow to the joy, the happiness, the balance in your life. With the third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, right? Your solar plexus chakra. That's your life force. That is where, when say you guys, that fire in your belly where you feel like so motivated, so joyous, so happy, like you look forward to another day, another conversation, another message, another date, whatever it may be. I think it has taken some of you a year to realize how much time has gone by and how you have felt as though you've lost your joy. It could be due to the separation. Others of you that have tried to make something happen within this last year, or whatever your timeline is, have realized that, well, maybe it's time for a separation. And maybe we should get back together within a year. I need to get myself back in focus. I'm just not happy with where I am in my life. I really just want to end this year on a high note. And if it means taking a break from each other and spending time apart while I figure out what's next on the agenda, where do I go from here with my life? Well, you're prepared for that sacrifice. I feel that there is so much healing that needs to take place. And for some of you, it has already taken place. You may have, sought the help of friends, of family members to try to help you and counsel you out of the, doom and gloom from this separation, or you're about to get into that energy. Now, let me clarify that, because I really feel like this is the one where it can go both ways. And so I'm going to pull a couple cards for that one. Clarify December, please. December 2019 for Scorpio. 7 of Wands. There you are, King of Cups. So yeah, you're feeling a bit defensive about the fact that you've come to the conclusion, you know what? I haven't been doing what I want for myself. I haven't taken back control of my life. I've been just going with the motions, going with the flow. And where has it gotten me? Am I happy? Am I happier now? Have I made the changes in my life that I've needed to? Something that I came to the conclusion about a year ago? And so you're feeling like, okay, I had a whole year to get this together. There's this sense of missed opportunities. And now you're just like defensive. You're like, no, I need to take back control of my life. And so that is for those who feel that a year from now was really a year ago. Where you're at right now is where you should have been a year ago. So it may take you an additional year. And I know you don't want to hear that, Scorpio. It may take you an additional year to really get to where you want to be at, where you had wanted to be at a year later. Okay, so those of you that are barely coming into separation, what do they need to know? Those of you that are deciding to come into this separation at this moment in December 2019. Yep. Some of you may be going through a legal separation and divorce. The fighting has just been way, way too intense. There's been addictions and codependencies, and you feel like somebody here has had the upper hand in the relationship the whole time. Whether it's you in that role or them against you, you feel at that point of, that's it. I'm not happy and I know it. And I need to take some time for myself. That's when you come to the conclusion of the separation. Yep. Secrets have been revealed and you realize, you know what? No. Intuition has been blocked for so long. I feel like you had someone blocking you. Every time you tried to level up or upgrade your life, every time you try to put yourself in a better light, in a better situation, emotionally, mentally, financially, or even medically, right? Health. Like you decide to change your diet, but then you have a partner who prefers you not to lose weight. Because, you know, if you lose weight, somebody else might want to take you away and then you might get attention. And that's somebody else's insecurities. That's the type of toxic energy, toxic behavior that gets, you know, that sticks around, that really holds you back. So in December 2019, you may realize that it is time for you to bring back the joy, the love, the peace, the harmony within yourself. And if that means take a separation, then that's what's going to have to happen. It's something that you may decide upon in December. For others of you have been separated from someone for about a year, and you're just like, what do I have to show for in this last year? After everything that I went through in the last year, what do I have to show for? So let's move on to your new year, January 2020. Yin Yang. Within the next few months, and make the effort. So some of you, yes, you start to feel a sense of needing to find your internal balance. You may feel off balanced, right? And so within the next few months, you decide or you figure out that maybe that separation was the best thing that could have happened. Maybe that was my best case scenario in order for you to make the effort, because I feel like you want to go back to that person, but within the next few months, right? The beginning of the year, because you realize that something was off. And sometimes distance, time apart, makes the heart grow fonder, and you realize just how much you missed that person, or maybe they needed to realize just how much they missed you. And that appreciation card that was in reverse in the month of November, which is our current month, right? it needs to be right side up. It means that you're grateful for everything that you have in your life, even the horrible experiences you've had to go through that got you to this point of happiness, of joy, where you feel ultimately supported. And sometimes certain people need to do this on their own, while others know that some people or things need to be cut out. And in order for that to happen, you will need to work on yourself, on your situation, on your environment, on your relationships, on your circumstances, and make the effort, because great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And so that is your realization as you come into the new year, January 2020. And so here is February 2020. And what happens when you take those steps and you start to heal yourself? The door to romance opens up, and there is a need for you to communicate clearly because the chemistry is there. So how can we make this work? I needed the time apart to figure things out. I'm sorry, apologies or forgiveness or whatever needs to take place in terms of the communication between you and this person. Or if you are single and you're not dealing with anyone in this scenario, in this situation, you're at the point of making the effort to feel like yourself again, right? To feel like, okay, I'm open to love now. I wasn't the last year. I wasn't the last, few months, the last few years, but I think I'm open and I'm ready to open that door to romance. Get clear with yourself and whoever it is that you may be thinking of connecting with about what it is that really truly matters to you. Do you want to focus on the petty details, or do you really want to focus on what is the most important thing in your connection with whomever that may be? And if chemistry is the biggest thing and you are in a relationship, do you have the chemistry between the two of you? Is that the only thing holding the two of you together? And expand from that, but really have some clear and honest dialogue with yourself and your expectations and your wants and your needs, and with that person that you may be interested in, whether in a partnership or the new person that comes into your life. Because I feel that by February, you do feel ready to reopen that door and have somebody come in, right? So we move on to March 2020. It's where you need to take action, because the answer that comes in is yes. However, there are codependency issues here. And I know it seems a little off-putting, but really, this is how it needs to be. If you have codependency issues, codependencies, right? Dependent on whatever type of stimulants, drinking, drugs, gambling, sex, video games, shopping, whatever it may be. There is a need for you to take action. And things are not just black and white. You know that you need to take action. It's not, I'm going to say it is not as easy as people maybe say it is. And I'm not trying to downplay the situation. I know that those things are difficult for you to move past. It's an addiction. An addiction isn't easy to move past. But can you do it? Can you work through it? Can you break free from it? And the answer is yes. Emphatically and absolutely yes. Can you break free from the codependencies? Yes. I believe that by March 2020, you will finally feel like this is definitely something that you have overcome or will be overcoming by then. And you'll feel so proud of yourself and so happy. You'll feel like a whole other person. It will make you, especially those that go into some sort of rehab or AA or STEP program, right? It will make you want to reach out to people and right your wrongs. And if this isn't you, expect that type of communication to come to you in March, where someone who may have done you wrong at one point or another will come in and just say, you know what, like, I'm getting my shit together. I'm breaking free from the codependencies, from the drinking problem, the drugs, the gambling. I'm I'm seeing my therapist regularly. No more gambling, no more shopping, whatever it might be. Overeaters Anonymous. I'm getting the help that I need. Forgive me for, and then whatever it might have been. You may be receiving that type of communication, somebody that's completing a step program, right? So now we move into April. And April, again, if you're working on breaking free from addictions, it will require you, as I said, some of you may go into rehab, may need to get that type of help. And so that requires rest and rejuvenation. And now we have the Take Action card. And remember what I said for the month of March. There's no coincidence. If you do have addiction problems, or this is someone who you are dealing with, look, there is a theme here. By March, you are seeing the need to take action, the need to change things. You become very tired and weary, and at some point you're like, I am too old for this shit. Why do I keep doing this to myself? And that's a heart-to-heart conversation that not only you need to have with those people that you may have wronged, or they may have wronged you, but it's a serious and open conversation that you need to have with yourself. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other, with yourself. It's heart-to-heart conversations. And maybe you've had friends and family members that have reached out to you, that have wanted to help you, that have tried to help you, and you never took them upon, their hand to help you, or whatever interventions they may have had in mind. But come March, April, this is a time of rest, rejuvenation, and changes. It does require you to take action. Okay, so that is a theme come the springtime. This is for, let's see, that's March, April, May 2020. Have some patience with yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. Please keep that in mind. You need to be able to trust the process, trust in the divine, that things will work out for you. And eventually, whether you're already in a committed relationship and perhaps you had to stay separated while it's like this downward spiral, but it only lasted a short amount of time before you realized that you needed to take action. And so you reconnect with that true love, because you finally realize and you finally feel as though you're coming out of the woodwork. You're coming out of the darkest times that you have had in quite a long time. So please have some patience with yourself, Scorpio. Trust in the divine, in the universe. Trust in the feelings that you are also getting and the messages that you're getting, your intuition, your guides, your dreams, whatever messages you're getting. This is for the month of May. You may meet someone at that time that is your true love, or you feel like you need to reconnect with that true love. Okay, so let's clarify. I really want to clarify March and April, because you do need to take action. If you have been going on a downward spiral, or you feel like you're on the verge of ending the year like that, like wanting to break free from responsibilities and just throwing caution to the wind, but it only, keeps you in darkness. I just keep hearing darkness and dark times. And Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, Eight of Swords, and the Sun card. So, as I said, you're keeping yourself in this downward spiral. I feel that somebody here may have thought that they couldn't keep up with the responsibility of a partnership, a relationship, or whatever it may have been, a business, a job. If you all of a sudden got promoted and your responsibilities are greater, but the rest of your life is in shambles, how can you think clearly, feel clearly, balance yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, if you yourself as a person aren't quite there yet. And so you may feel, you know, pretty emotional. Your emotions, like you just break down from time to time. Come March, April, those emotions are going to be overflowing. I mean, the emotional breakdowns are going to happen more often. And if you're numbing it with drinking, drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that you're trying to mask it with, the outpouring of those emotions are not going to stop, Scorpio. This is a warning for you before you get there, okay? Because you really are keeping yourself from your own happiness. And so until you take action to release yourself from this self-imposed prison, the negative self-talk, the feelings and the dialogue that you tell yourself that you're not worthy for happiness, for joy, for balance, for anything, you're going to keep yourself there. Your happiness, your love, your joy, your harmony, that one true love, your soulmate, whatever it is that you want, true abundance in all areas of your life. It is there for the taking, Scorpio. You have to do the work for it. You have to. So let's see. I believe this is July, August, September, October, or June, I believe. May, June. So here we go, June. Let's move on to June 2020. Like I said, things need to come to an end, right? The world. If you believe, and very soon. So clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Do you want to feel happy, joyous, healed, emotionally, mentally balanced enough to appreciate and be with this soulmate or this true love? Is that who you want to be with? Is that how you want to spend the rest of your life with? If you believe they are the one for you, then you know what needs to come to an end. There are so many things that you have gone through, and I'm noticing here the lotuses, right? They go through so much darkness and turmoil and mud. Like I can picture someone wiping the mud out of their eyes, like they've come from the depths of darkness underground, like they feel like they've just been buried alive by so much pain and turmoil and the anguish that it creates. Now, if you believe that that's where you belong, then that's where you belong. But if you believe that you deserve better, then you need to clearly decide what it is that you need to do to get yourself out of here, because you need to take action. You realize, you come to that realization March and April. But I'm sensing this energy of I'm not, like you're not being fully supported, namely by yourself, never mind anyone else, but there's self-doubt. You're having that type of doubt that you can't get there. July 2020. So you need to come up with a plan, a strategy. If it means you need to go on a spiritual path, look for a sign, especially those that get mixed up with a relationship that brings you back down to that darkness. If you're wanting to break free from codependent relationships, from toxic and negative relationships, unhealthy relationships, it may be unrequited love, but you're starting to see the signs that the minute a relationship doesn't have enough chemistry or enough of a connection between the two of you, why have you allowed it to bring you down? Why have you allowed it to hold you back? And so I feel like this strategy is about an exit strategy, especially those that are thinking of, this relationship just may end up in separation or divorce. I mean, I see a very tough year ahead of you, Scorpio. So look for a sign as to what your next step is. I mean, look at that. He's got the power in his hands to make the life he wants. Look for a sign can also, I feel like this is like, look for your opportunity to get out of any toxic relationships, any type of contracts legally or love life or whatever it may be that make you feel like you're tied and bound. I also feel that with this I just realized it says journal log here. You have the key to open up the future that you want for yourself. Writing is a great form of therapy to help you release whatever feelings that you've been feeling, or it also helps you come into realizations about whether or not you're in the right place at the right time. So clarify this unrequited love and strategy and look for a sign. Page of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Lovers reversed. I'm telling you, the Lovers reversed. Now, you guys are my regulars. You know that I don't have a single card in reverse. So when it does come out in reverse, it's for a reason. You know that this is someone that you need to cut out. Not just the fact that you know it's someone you need to cut out, but it's one of those where, like, and not to sound old-fashioned or anything, but it's not that it was a prearranged connection, right? Like your family needs you to marry so-and-so because that's a good family, but there's that essence of, it's the right thing to do because my family says so. Because it's the popular choice decision within the family. I've known them for so long. Their family and our family has been connected. They're just like, you need to do right by that person. But there is no connection. There isn't enough to keep that relationship going. It's just like an arranged marriage, an arranged connection. And you're just like, okay, how do I get myself out of this? It's, this doesn't feel like it's an all of a sudden thing. This is something that has been in the works for some time. So there may have been some separation because you've realized they're not your soulmate. You have someone that is your soulmate. You want your one and only true love, but you don't feel that the one that's your arranged relationship or marriage is the right one. And I'm hearing it like this is a family thing. Like, their family and our family, and we've been expected to be together since we were children, or we've been, it's whatever your family agenda is. And I'm feeling like you guys don't really have much in common. You're checked out completely. So August 2020, yeah, look at that. Contract and decision came out together. Indecision, I mean. If you are going into a marriage, a partnership, a business blindly, I feel like you're stuck in indecision because you have too many people giving their input. You need to be able to make these big, huge life decisions for yourself. Scorpios aren't really known to go with the flow, right? In this case, I do feel that this is someone who is kind of up against a wall. And I really do feel that if this is business, you really absolutely need to trust your intuition. Listen to your intuition. If something doesn't feel right about a business, about a partnership, about a, legal contract, binding contract, this can also be marriage, okay? Take the time apart with your partner, with yourself, whatever it may be. Maybe your family wants you to back them in a business, endeavor. And you're just like, I don't know if I should do, business with family, mixed business with pleasure. Or this is you in a relationship with your partner and, their family backs your idea, or you back up the family's, business idea. There is a big, huge need here for you to listen to your intuition. And remember, you had look for a sign here. So is this arranged marriage happening for business reasons? For, there's a business attached to this connection here. It's almost as though you're being set up with the boss's daughter type thing, right? The boss's son, the boss's daughter. Or you run a family business and then, you know, there's another family that's involved in the business. Then it's like the two of you, I'm hearing that though. Like the boss's daughter, whatever the boss might mean to you, right? But something just feels shady and iffy and you're just like, I don't think I can handle this. So if you're just dating them, by the time you get here, by next summer, you know you can't keep the charade going any longer. So clarify August, please. Yeah. You're feeling like you're left unheard. Are you throwing your life away by going into a contract or, you know, some sort of agreement that you don't agree on? You feel like you don't have a voice here. Come August, you're like, I'm done fighting. That is 2 5s. I'm done fighting. I don't even know what to say or do anymore. Nobody's listening to me. I feel like I got a similar message for your monthly love reading for the month of November. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet. I'll link it up here, but I'll also link it at the end. But I do feel as though, look at that, 3 of Cups. Yeah, see, you have someone else in mind that you want to be with. This is like a forced or arranged relationship that's leading towards marriage. Everyone else is planning some sort of wedding or celebration around you. You're just going along with it. Yeah, I believe, if I remember correctly, I usually don't remember all my readings because I channel the messages, I don't retain them. Scorpio, I want to say your November 2019 reading said something about calling in your soulmate but marrying someone else. Like you're connected to someone else, but you know that's not the one for you. You already have someone that you feel connected to. Well, honey, it is going to take an entire year if you still go along with that. I mean, I'm just letting you know what the energies of the year ahead look like. If you don't, you know, if you're not happy in the situation that you're in, you have the power and the ability to change it. If you don't like any of this message, you don't have to receive it. You can change it. So, yeah, look for a sign. I feel like you're just somebody else's pawn in this relationship, in this marriage. This is very much a family thing. Family and family, or this may have been someone that you were with many, many years ago. And now for family reasons or business reasons, it's to your convenience, the family's convenience, to get married, to live together, to create some sort of established long-term relationship, whether that's a marriage or a commitment of some sorts. But you know you're not doing the right thing by this. So what happens September 2020? Man holding a heart. Meditation brings answers. And forgiving and learning. This is, this is a little difficult. I feel that with the man holding the heart, if this is you, Scorpio male, this is about taking some time to really refocus and know what it is that you want from this connection. If you realize, listen, this isn't going to work. You know that this is going to go nowhere. We're not in love. We're doing this out of convenience. This isn't right. You're starting to awaken to the realization that being in a relationship or marriage out of convenience isn't the right thing to do. It hurts both of you. And so there is a need for heart to heart. There is a need for you to sit there and meditate and realize what it is that you truly want for yourself, and forgiving and learning, forgiving yourself, forgiving your family, forgiving, friends, whoever it was that was like all for it and you just went along with it because, well, your friends can't be wrong, your family can't be wrong. But this is where, Scorpio, you need to, you know, put your big girl panties on, or put your big boy boxers on, and say, no, this is my life, my decision. Why are all of these people making this type of decision for my life? So learn from all of the lessons that have led up to this. I feel like your heart is somewhere else. You need to forgive and learn from the situation, whether it's to forgive others or ask for forgiveness. And so for the Scorpio female, if you feel as though you are in this arranged relationship, the real person that you should be with, the man holding a heart, which by the way is like the King of Cups, you may meet them, and it causes you to go into meditation mode and thinking about everything and wondering, am I doing the right thing? Where you need to get to this point of asking for or forgiving those that need to be forgiven. Some of you need to forgive yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. You've got enough people that are hard on you. There's no reason for you to be hard on yourself. So what are the lessons, forgiving and learning here as we close out the year ahead for Scorpio? Yeah, see, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the World card reverse, Six of Cups, and the Death card, which is your card. So forgiving and learning, arranged marriage, arranged relationships, knowing that this relationship, however much history it had, didn't have a chance to start over. This Death card, right side up, I feel is your card. And like I said, didn't I say it over here? It's going to take you a whole year for you to realize that a whole year has gone by, and you needed that year to learn from it, to finally be at the level, at the energy that you wanted to be at. So again, if this was a marriage of convenience or some sort of relationship setup of, you know, convenience and means because of family business, or, you know, it's best financially, you know, it's very hard to level up your life. And it's very hard to end things with someone that you have had such a long history and long connection with. So before you realize that you want to start your life over again, remember that forgiveness and learning go a long way, Scorpio. Those are some pretty intense messages for my Scorpio friends there. What do you guys have going on? Seriously. Before I end it, I just want to pull a few extra cards here. So the Power of Surrender card. I wasn't going to pull additional cards other than the clarifiers, but I do see that there's this gradual path, road of life lessons that kind of feel like might have you a little bit like a ping pong ball, right? All over the place, where you feel like just when I'm gaining momentum, I end up in a corner, or I end up starting all over again. So for the next few months, right? October, November, December, January, what does Scorpio need to release? Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. That is important for the first part of this reading. That's October through January. So now we go February, March, April, May 2020. What does Scorpio need to surrender from, surrender to? Okay. Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity, or even solve the problem. And I know you go through a tough separation, breakup, arguments, whatever it may be, in the outs with a partner, family member, business partner. Then you're thinking and overthinking this whole scenario, and you realize you need to break free from the codependencies. You need to take action to really find the balance, the peace, the love, the joy, the harmony, the abundance in all forms in your life, so that you can bring in this true love into your life, so that you can have that 10 of Pentacles and Ace of Cups and the Sun card that brings about just absolute joy and happiness. And so June, July, August, September, just before Scorpio season next year. So next summer, what does Scorpio need to? Okay, yeah, you got that twice. Surrender to rest and sleep to prevent burnout. Slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Like I said, you don't have an easy road ahead of you, but you are more than capable of changing anything that you don't like here. You can absolutely do this. Create the life that you want, the abundance that you want, the relationship that you want. If you feel backed into a corner or forced to do something with your life, remember that, well, you are the boss of you. It's time to pull back the reins, take control of your life, move on from there. So this is where I'm going to end it, because you know me, I can go on forever and ever, and I'll end up reading for like the next hour or two. So Scorpio, happy birthday. I wish you all the best. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you save this video so that you can go back from time to time as your year goes through. Okay, so I love you guys so, so much. Have a wonderful birthday year. And I will see you guys for your, probably your December reading or your 2020 yearly forecast. Take care, guys. Bye.